Just a random question, and you might not
Yes.
even know the answer. So you mentioned you put signs up on piers if the property's waterfront. Do
Well,
realtors,
if the realtor requests it.
yeah, and I don't know if you know this answer, but do some realtors who know how to drive a boat, do they show properties while on water, looking up at signs? Like, does that actually happen?
So, the so I'm retired from Prince George's County Fire Department. Just a little short story. So all my boys, I have three boys and one little girl. My boys all play ice hockey, and so my oldest friend of his from last year's hockey team, his dad owned this before me, and he's a DC fireman.
Hmm.
And then another boy they all played hockey with, dad had it before him, and he's a Remax agent. Chris
Oh, okay.
Coughlin, I don't know if you know him, but he just recently moved to Ocean City and got his brokerage. I don't know all the terms, but did his broker test to have his own brokerage or whatnot. So they're open up in West Ocean City, and they just moved out there. And he has a friend with a nicer boat, and so when if people there looking for like those waterfront like condos or whatnot on the inlet and whatnot, he'll get his buddy and they'll take him out on the boat and just ride down and pull up to the pier and go look at properties.
That's
So
so cool.
I
Yeah.
have heard of such a thing.
That's pretty awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Oh, no
It's
problem.
such a wealth
Thank
of
you.
information, and I'm so happy to know that you're a former or a retired firefighter. I'm definitely going to be sending business your way because I'm married to a law enforcement officer myself.
Oh,
So
very cool.
I have a high respect for that type of line of work. So, but on a side note, you mentioned you lived in St. Mary's.
Yes.
What's that market looking like?
Uh, so we have, I mean, there's a pretty good span of things. I mean, you have some, I mean, there's nothing like McLean where we have like, Marshall
Yeah.
Capitals players or anything living.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you have very rural areas, where people have, 100 acres and big farms. And then you have townhouses and apartments and stuff, especially closer down to the base. It's military housing. You have a lot of new construction. We have a large area that Amish folks live in. So we can,
What about like short-term rentals? Is that popular out there, like Airbnb?
I not that I know of. We don't have a lot of things that people would probably come to travel to. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess like maybe if you're visiting somebody from military from out of town, but like we don't have any like venues or sports venues close.
There's a
Most of
hospital?
that, huh?
There's no hospital?
Oh, that we have. Like I don't know if there's. I've never looked for like an Airbnb in the area since that's where I
Yeah.
live, but I mean, I have noticed a few more agents that I've picked up that are property managers that only handle rentals, not short-term rentals, really, but like
Yeah.
long-term rentals instead of for sale properties that I've been putting signs up for more recently.
Mhm.
Like for me, I have 4 children, so there's 6 of us. I know that from what I look at on realtor.com or any of the websites or just me putting, listings up, anything in my area that has 4 bedrooms and isn't like, like 1,300 square foot. So you're like, wait a minute, where's these 4 bedrooms at? Like somebody sleep in the kitchen. Like, they say 4 bedrooms, you're like, that house is not big enough for 4 bedrooms. But like
Yeah.
anything with real size to it, that's 4 bedrooms, that doesn't need a lot of work, 600, 700,000.
Wow,
Yeah.
already. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's like I say, it's close enough to some things that people
Yeah.
think they're way out there, but it's far enough out. And like I say, people mostly either work at the base, so that's a close commute, or they don't mind taking that ride. I mean, we have there's buses that go to DC to like I think up to like to the old post office stop in DC where a lot of people
Yeah.
go to work from there. They run every morning from down here, so I guess people just they don't mind that commute or taking the bus up from the park and ride or whatnot. But it's
Okay.
I said it's we've had a couple newer neighborhoods pop up in the last 4 or 5 years, but I mean, it's not overly built up, but it's
Yeah,
got its spots.
sure. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Oh, no worries. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.